So we're finally leaving Maine and we're getting out into the ocean now. There's a little bit of a swell. We're going on a passage. We left Maine to begin our North Atlantic Ocean passage to Iceland, but first we would make a stopover in St. John's, Newfoundland to wait for a favorable weather window and top up on fuel. Caught me.
Yeah, it's just so cool that you're playing the ukulele. It's been like a month, I think, since I've seen it out. So really enjoying hearing the sound.
I don't know why. I don't know why I haven't played.
And meanwhile, I got our sleeping bag out. This is gonna be used in our sea berth for the passage when it's really cold. Be nice to snuggle in. And it's just been in a locker, so it needs some air, get all dried out. But I mean, check out these conditions. We were just talking about how smooth this departure is. It probably since we left Georgetown, the Bahamas, we have like such calm seas. I feel like every time we depart, it's like in like a storm or like back end of a storm or like, I don't know, just heavier conditions. So
Usually the back end of a low.
yeah.
It's usually a little bit like the seas are still figuring themselves out and whatnot, but we just kind of winged it this time.
Yeah.
We're like, no, it looks good. So our new rigging has whistle tips on it.
The whistles got woo.
It sounds like what?
When you want to woo woo, it's that woo woo.
It's already, I wondered how long it was going to take Darren to be annoyed with it. I was just kind of enjoying it, and then I thought maybe at night I'd get annoyed and do something about it, but Darren's already taping them up.
So these closed turnbuckles have these like holes, and it's like a perfect like wind instrument. I guess like I thought I could like turn them, but then it would just depend on your wind angle and how they make sound. So for this passage, I'm just gonna cover them up until I find a nice like plug or something.
Bye-bye. So this is my first night watch of the passage, and it's been going pretty smoothly. We've been fighting a pretty steady current, so that's been kind of frustrating, but I had an epic moonrise. I thought taking these the shifts that I did, I would miss out on like sunrise and sunset, but I actually got a really cool moonrise, which is awesome. Yeah, really not much going on. There was a cargo ship and a fishing vessel. Yeah, the wind started to come back. We were actually heading in the wrong direction because of the current, but with the wind coming back and current slowly turning around, hopefully we'll get a little more on course. Yeah, I've been enjoying my watch, listening to music, listening to an audiobook, and looking forward to some sleep though. It's super cold. It's been good. Good night.
Good morning. I'm finishing my shift. Panda is waking up for hers. It's like 6 a.m. We are technically in Canada, sailing in their waters at the moment to try to get around Cape Sable. We've been close hauled like all night, really trying to pinch to get around this cape. We didn't quite make it. It won't happen. So we're doing some tacking. So actually, just a few minutes ago, I tacked the boat. And yeah, now we're just trying to navigate through some really kind of shallow waters, and there's some islands, and dealing with some currents and headwind. All the fun sailing things. But it's quite pretty out. We had a nice sunrise, and now it's just kind of overcast, but Panda boat has been doing really good. Loving this new head sail that we had made by UK Sailmakers. It's a smaller Genoa, but it's working really well upwind. It's a really nice cut, and the performance is awesome. So yeah, and now we have a little help of current. So it's like 15 knots of wind. We're 60 degrees apparent, doing 6 knots. Through the water, but we're doing 7.2 over ground because of some current. Hell yeah.
I just took my watch and I get to dodge some narrow rocks and ledges and breakers over here. But on this rock face, there's a bunch of seals, so I got really excited. I wish I could get closer, but that would be kind of scary for the boat. It's a beautiful morning. There's a bunch of fishing boats out. And I am set for the cold this time. About 2 hours in, I got super cold, so I added an extra layer this time. And I think I'll be good this time, hopefully. I'm hungry, I want some breakfast. Well, the rain is here, or at least the first rain is setting in, which is why we set up this cockpit enclosure. It seems that we're still fighting a current, although it was helping us out for a little while. But I think we'll be good. Only time will tell. I think it's supposed to get more stormy tonight, so more fun.
Well, the winds are picking up as predicted. There's a bit of a storm front thing moving in, and I'm gonna go take down the mainsail because that's like, I don't think it'll be necessary. We'll be going like more broad reaching downwind, so we'll just fly the head sail and then our mizzen, and I'll take down the staysail as well, and I think that will get us all set for the night. Guess I have to make them a little fatter for all this. Super secure.
front that's coming, and I've noticed that northern storms aren't nearly as bad as the ones I'm used to in South Florida. So I think I just think of like the worst storms in Florida and assume that that's going to be how it is up here, and I get a little nervous. So I had a pretty rough shift, being scared a little bit. But I put on some good happy tunes that help me feel a little brighter in the darkness, because for some reason storms always hit at night. What is up with that? So yeah, just cruising along with the motor now. Probably gonna be like this for at least a day or two. Finally see blue sky, which is really awesome. Looking forward to blue skies and a sunny day, hopefully.
Yesterday. You really liked it, and I really liked it. I'm making another one.
That's really good.
Yeah. And put on a kettle for some coffee. I think I'm ready to listen to like an audiobook or something for this motoring day.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sailed as long as we could.
Yes, we did. Okay. As you said before, that's why we lug this thing around.
That's right, we don't lug it around for nothing and all that fuel. So I think we'll be motoring for maybe like 2 days, which is pretty long. But this will be good. This will be fine. Make progress.
Good. When we'll come back.
Yep, and the wind will come back. And it's supposed to come back nice and strong again. It's supposed to be like on a beam range, so that'll be good. Wow, I'm feeling so much better than I was last night and this morning. I felt awful and exhausted, and it feels great to feel somewhat normal now. I had a great dinner. Darren made stir fry. It was delicious, and I could eat it, and I don't feel sick to my stomach. So it feels good to have a nice warm meal and full belly and feeling more energetic. And I think the sun has helped that a lot. We had a nice day of, or actually just the afternoon of sun. It felt really rejuvenating after it gets really like damp and cold and cloudy and foggy. So it's been a nice change of pace. As you can probably hear, the motor is running, so we're motor sailing. Unfortunately, the wind should fill out like tomorrow or the next day, so should be sailing soon. Started to put a line out because I feel good enough to fish, and we'll see if we catch anything. No bites yet. I only put one out. We'll put 2 out tomorrow probably. Double our chances. So yeah, we saw some cool stuff. I think I saw a whale splash earlier, and then we saw a warship, Canadian warship. That was super cool. And yeah, it's been a relaxing
relaxing day. It's been really nice.
Hello. It's like I heard you coming.
You mean clomping around?
I sensed it. It is so beautiful out here today. Good morning, it's day 4 and it's just finishing my watch. It's like 6 a.m. Something interesting noted on my watch is we hit a log. It was maybe like 15 feet long and like barren of like any limbs or anything, but all of a sudden you hear this like thunk and then like a scrape and I'm like, oh no, like I was thinking like we hit a buoy or something, and then I just look and on the port side it drifts by and looked at the bow. There's no damage, so and it wasn't like submerged enough to like hit our prop because we're motoring at the time, or motor sailing. So yeah, but and then good news is the wind is picking up, so we have like 6 or 7 knots of wind on the beam, and so we just let out the sails, and yeah, we're doing like 5 through the water with 7 on the beam. So that's pretty good. I'm stoked about that. Anyway, hand it off to Panda, who's just waking up.
Hi. I'm just trying to wake up.
Back to you, Darren.
I'll do a log later. I make words.
Oh, just so happy to turn that motor off. We've been motoring for quite a few hours, so this feels good.
Good morning. I'm finally awake and I'm having a great watch so far because I get to sail. We've actually been motoring most of the night and most of yesterday actually too. We tried to put the spinnaker up for a little while, but it didn't last too long, just about an hour. The forecast actually showed that the wind was going to be pretty dead, so this is kind of like bonus wind. When we saw it climbing up to about 9-10 knots on our beam, we got really excited, so we decided to start sailing. It did shift a little bit more behind us throughout my shift so far. I think we're going to have to either jibe or actually motor sail again, probably towards the end of my shift. But I'm just happy to make some headway sailing for a change. It's another foggy morning and just been enjoying my tea and enjoying some music. I watch the waves and the birds fly by and checking the radar. Make sure we don't run into any boats. Or whatever else there might be in the water.
Yeah, it's a super calm motor sail day, so got creative in the kitchen here and cooked a good old sandwich. We had these like pretzel bread buns, and I love those. They are delicious. So yeah, grilled sandwiches. galley. Meanwhile, hope this motor sailing doesn't last for too much longer. I think maybe another 12 hours and the wind should come back. And then it's like beam reaching to our next waypoint. And I think we might have like a 24-hour record in that stint because it is nice strong wind right on the beam. I think we're gonna be like flying. So our current record's 155 miles in a 24-hour period. We'll see if we can best that. Stay tuned.
I feel like an astronaut. I was trying to eat crackers with these huge gloves on and just can't. No, it just caught on your hoodie.
Oh.
There you go. Like the fog rolled in and it is thick. Cool.